My precious child, listen closely now, for what I am about to reveal reaches into the very marrow of your soul. I know how long you've waited. I have seen each sunrise that met your eyes as you continued onward, even when answers seemed distant and hope felt like a faint echo. I know the ache that has followed you in silent hours, how you've wondered if I still see you, still hear the gentle prayers you could barely even voice. But know this, my beloved one, the waiting you have endured was never empty. It was never forgotten. It was preparing you, every moment, every tear, every quiet act of faith, for a purpose that only time and trial could shape you to carry. You have looked around and seen others stride ahead, while your own steps felt slow and burdened. You've wondered, why not me? Why the delay when the calling felt so sure? My child, trust me when I say, I did not make you wait to punish or overlook you. I asked you to wait so I could complete the work in you that your own strength could never achieve alone. Waiting is not a denial. It is the sacred workshop in which I craft something stronger, deeper, and lasting within you. You have not been on the sidelines, my child. You have been in the hidden place where I prepare warriors, not spectators. When it seemed like nothing was moving, everything was. The roots of who you are were growing deep. I was instilling patience where there once was striving. I was exchanging quick answers for lasting wisdom. Your soul was being broadened, your compassion expanding, your discernment sharpened. While the world raced ahead, I slowed you down not to rob you of opportunity, but to ensure that when the time came, you would move from a place of unshakable confidence in me. There are things that only grow in the soil of stillness. There are treasures that only emerge in the quiet places no one sees. And you, my beloved, have faithfully endured that very place. You may have felt unseen, but I have never taken my eyes off you. Not for a moment. I hear your voice in the silence. I count each breath of longing. And I want you to understand this now. Nothing you have endured is wasted. No moment of patience, no hardship accepted with faith, no sacrifice, no lonely prayer has ever been in vain. What you see as delay is actually purpose being perfected. It is me ensuring that what I've placed inside you will come forward at the right time, not rushed, not early, but ready to bless and to endure. Others may have advanced quickly, but their pace was not your purpose. What I have built within you takes time because it is meant to last. You were never created for fleeting attention or temporary success. You were created for lasting impact. Your waiting has prepared you to carry something profound, something others cannot hold because it was being fitted to your heart alone. All that seemed stagnant was actually sacred preparation. I have been crafting within you a strength that won't be shaken when storms come. I have been producing in you a peace that carries others through their chaos. I have been establishing a foundation in you that can carry the weight of the calling ahead. So now, in this moment, I call you to see your waiting in its true light. It was not a chain, it was a refining fire. It was not the end of the journey, it was the deep breath before the beautiful unfolding. You are not behind, you are ready in exactly the way I intended. The specific hours you spent wondering if the vision I gave you ever had a place. Yes, those hours were holy, and now that season of stretching is nearly done. Look ahead without fear. What comes next is not foreign to you. It will feel like home, because it will be the space I've been preparing you to enter all along. Be willing now to step forward, not with haste like the world commands, but with steady courage, full of grace, and certain that I have never forgotten the promises I made to you. Your time has not passed. It has arrived. The waiting was not wasted. It was my preparation for the glory now ready to unfold through you. My precious child, there is something I must make clear to you today, something your heart has quietly questioned for far too long. You are not too old. You are not too broken. You have not arrived too late. I know how the years have spoken to you, whispering that your chance is past, that your purpose was missed somewhere along the way. Maybe you've looked in the mirror and wondered if anything meaningful still waits ahead. But hear me now. The world may try to measure your worth by time, strength, or appearance, but I do not. Every year you've lived, every scar you've carried, every setback you've overcome is a thread in the beautiful masterpiece I am weaving through your life. You see wrinkles, you feel aches, but I see wisdom carved by time. I see strength built from perseverance. I see a life that has stood when others would have fallen. Do not believe the lie that says usefulness has an expiration. I never called you by age. I called you by name. I did not place my purpose within you only to let it fade when your youth did. No, my child, I built it to endure, to deepen, to bloom even in later seasons. The world glorifies speed, youth, and image, but I cherish maturity, depth, and truth. You have those in abundance. You've walked through fire and emerged still standing. You've weathered storms and held on to faith, sometimes barely, but held it nonetheless. That kind of resilience is needed now more than ever. The world doesn't need the loudest voice, it needs the truest one, and I've been refining yours through every hardship and every silent prayer. Your voice, even if trembling, carries the power of experience. It carries the truth of someone who didn't just talk about faith, but lived it when no one else was watching. I know how the pain of years past can become a weight you think disqualifies you, the failures you can't forget, the things you wish you had done sooner. But I do not call you through the lens of your regrets. I don't define you by what others did or didn't see in you. I do not hold your past against your future. In fact, everything you've endured has only made you more ready for what is next. There is no brokenness I cannot restore. There is no delay I cannot redeem. There is no age I cannot use to accomplish something eternal. My plan for you has not expired. It has matured. The oils that are most fragrant have taken time to age. The wines that carry the deepest flavor have sat long in quiet places. So it is with you, my beloved. You carry a depth that only time could form. You carry a grace that only sorrow could teach. And now I am calling you forward, not in haste, but in fullness. You thought your best days were behind you, but you haven't seen yet what I still plan to do through you. Don't measure your strength only through muscles and energy. Measure it through your ability to love, to endure, to forgive, to guide those coming after you. The world is filled with noise, but few carry the kind of peace that silences confusion. You do. That peace came at a cost. It was born in tears, in waiting, in silent battles. That is why it's real. That is why it has power. So do not retreat. Do not believe the subtle voice that says your role is done. I never stopped writing your story. It is still unfolding, and the chapter ahead holds beauty that only comes after long seasons of growth. Step forward in the strength that remains. Let me show you how much purpose still breathes within you. The truth is simple, my child. You are not too old, not too broken, not too late. You are right on time. My beloved child, listen closely, for what I am about to reveal is something your heart has wrestled with even when your lips remained still. The path you have walked hasn't been like the others around you. You've seen it. You've felt it. How could you not? While others seemed to move with ease, your steps felt heavy. While their journeys seemed straight and smooth, yours is twisted through valleys few could understand. And perhaps you have looked around and asked in silence, why is my life so different? Am I doing something wrong? But hear me now, child. I designed your path to be unique because your calling is unique. You were never meant to follow the road people expected. You were meant to follow me. From the very beginning, I set you apart. Even before you took your first breath, I shaped you with intention. Your heart, your depth of feeling, your keen sensitivity, your silent strength, every part of you was formed with purpose. You didn't miss the easy road by accident. You were never supposed to blend in. You were created for a path that would prepare you for something that cannot be carried lightly. That road required shaping, fire, and fierce storms, but none of it was wasted. All of it was sacred. The painful detours, the doors that never opened, the people who left, and the long nights where comfort seemed far off, all were part of a divine process that others might never notice, but heaven has watched closely. I have seen every quiet perseverance, every time you chose to believe even when hope felt distant. I have seen when you kept going even though there weren't loud affirmations or clear signs. While the world celebrated the visible victories of others, I was rejoicing over the invisible growth within you. There is a depth you now carry because of the way your story has unfolded. Not everyone has been through what you have endured, and not everyone was called to your assignment. You were entrusted with this path. I allowed certain battles because I knew what I placed inside of you. I knew your heart would not quit. I knew your spirit, though weary, would lean into me when it mattered most. You didn't fall behind. You were being prepared in silence. And now you must know, with all certainty, nothing about your life has been random. Your different journey was not a mistake. It was a design, a divine blueprint unfolding step by step. I led you through hidden places so that when the right time arrives, you can lead others out of theirs. I did not allow the shadows to touch you so they could overcome you. I allowed them so your light could shine all the brighter through them. That pain you thought disqualified you has become the very place of connection for the ones who will need your wisdom, your warmth, your courage. My child, stop comparing your timing to someone else's. What you were born to do cannot be measured by another person's timeline. What is forming in you takes longer, not because it is smaller, but because it is larger. Deep roots take time, and what I am building in you must last. Others may fade from the spotlight after the rush of attention, but you are being prepared for steady, lasting, eternal impact. Trust that. Even now, the Spirit in you recognizes the truth of these words. You've sensed all along that you were meant for something more, something beyond the surface. That sense of being different wasn't your imagination. It was a reminder of your sacred design. You weren't made to go with the crowd. You were made to carry light into places others are too afraid to go. Keep walking with me, child. Let go of the urge to question whether you're behind or forgotten. Remember instead that you've been chosen for a mission that is not ordinary. The narrow path you've walked has prepared you for a wide influence yet to come. And though others may never fully understand the shaping you've gone through, I've seen it all. I have not overlooked a single step. Your path was not meant to match theirs. Your path has always been meant to lead. My precious child, I know how deeply you've questioned what it all meant. The lonely hours, the heavy burdens, the moments when you thought, why must it hurt this much? I heard the silent cries you whispered into your pillow. I saw the tears no one else noticed. And I want you to hear this now, straight from my heart to yours. Those hard moments were not punishment. They were preparation. You didn't suffer needlessly. You weren't forgotten. Every sorrow, every heartbreak, every ending that felt too heavy to bear was part of a refining I carefully allowed, not to destroy you, but to uncover the strength I placed inside you. Child, I am not cruel. I do not take pleasure in your pain. I am a healer, not a hurter, but I do allow pressures that shape what is eternal within you. You have prayed for greater purpose, spiritual depth, wisdom that runs deep, and I heard you. But those things don't come through ease. They come through fire. You asked me for insight, understanding, compassion. So I allowed situations to form those very things within you, not through books or teachings alone, but through lived experience, through days when all you could do was lean into me. The times you thought you were breaking, you were actually being made whole. The times you thought you were being stripped of everything, I was removing what could not remain in your future. You couldn't see it then, but now you are starting to sense the strength that came out of those ashes. And just as gold passes through heat to shine, so too have you emerged from your painful places with a brilliance that is not loud, but steady and enduring. That quiet beauty, that resilience in your spirit, is it not evidence of all that I've done within you? You see, my child, strength doesn't always look like the ability to press on without wounds. Sometimes true strength is choosing to get up again with the scars still visible. And your scars, they are not signs of failure. They are the proof that the darkness did not win. They are the marks of someone who stayed when leaving seemed easier, who believed even when there was no visible sign, who kept loving though the world offered coldness. Those very scars will open doors. Others who are hurting will find hope through your honesty, healing through your story, comfort just from your quiet presence that understands pain deeply. You have walked through shadows, not because I left you there, but because I walked with you. There were moments when you thought I had gone silent, but it was in that stillness I was molding your heart most closely. In the silence I whispered truths not for others to hear, but for your spirit alone to carry. What others missed in their busy rush, you received in your most broken places. And now, what has been formed in the dark will shine in the light. What the world once thought disqualified you will be the very reason they look to you for strength. I am not done with your story. I am only beginning to unfold the part that brings meaning to all you've endured. The depth in you cannot be faked. The grace you carry cannot be taught. It was earned through fire, so do not regret the pain. I used it all. Not one tear fell unseen. Not one moment was wasted. Everything was allowed so you could carry a wisdom this world desperately needs. They may not know it yet, but I do. And in time, they will see. So lift your head, my beloved one. The sorrow shaped you, but it did not define you. The sadness you feared would never lift has made way for a joy that is rooted, not fleeting. Be gentle with yourself, for I have been gentle with you. Every sorrow was sacred in my hands. And now is the time when beauty begins to rise from the ashes. My beloved child, hear me now with your whole heart, because this truth has been trying to reach you through the noise of your thoughts and the weight of your past. Your voice is still needed, your presence still carries power, your story is not over, and your purpose is not finished. I know how many days you've sat in quiet, wondering if everything you once dreamed of still mattered, if it was too late, if you missed the moment when it all was supposed to happen. I know how the silence has made you second-guess what I once whispered so clearly. But even as you've questioned, even as you've stood with a heavy heart, thinking maybe you no longer have a place, I have never removed my eyes from you. The lies that tell you it's too late, that your season has passed, that younger voices will now take your place, I need you to stop agreeing with them. Those lies do not come from me. They are designed by the one who fears what will happen when you finally speak again, when you rise fully into what I called you to carry. The truth is, the voice I gave you has been gaining power in the quiet. While you've waited, I've been growing something deep in your spirit. While you mourned lost time, I've been restoring timeless strength. There is no expiration on the sound I placed in your soul. You are my vessel in this very moment, not just in the chapters behind you. You are meant to shine now. What others call the end, I have called the beginning of release. In this season, the lessons, the losses, the quiet understanding you've gathered, they are not baggage, they are tools, they are keys that can unlock chains for others, they are sacred wisdom the world is desperate to hear. My child, do you not yet realize what a treasure you are carrying? What I placed within you is not common. It wasn't made for quick reward or fleeting applause. It is weighty. It was made for a time when depth would finally matter more than surface. That time is now. You are needed right here. Do not count yourself out because of earthly metrics. My kingdom does not keep time the way this world does. While they count years and measure movements, I measure your heart, your obedience, your faithfulness through storms. And what I see in you still burns with my purpose. I never gifted you so that one season could define your entire life. The gifts aren't gone. They've been resting, waiting, maturing. Now they're ready to flow in fresh ways. Speak again, even if your voice shakes. Move forward again, even if your steps are slow. I will breathe on the smallest whisper and cause it to echo in places you've never imagined. I will take your yes, however quiet it may be, and make it reach those who are waiting to hear their own name spoken through your courage. You do not need a stage to make impact. You need only to be willing. There are people around you right now whose healing will begin when you dare to share what I've walked with you through. Your scars hold light now. Every wound I have healed in you has been preparing you for this very time. The ones who carry silent pain will recognize me in you, not in your perfection, but in your perseverance. So breathe deeply, child. Feel hope return, not because everything has been easy, but because nothing you've endured will be wasted. Let go of trying to prove your worth. I already established it. The world may change, but my calling on your life does not. You are not finished. You are just beginning in a new and stronger way. Speak again, move again, dream again. I am with you, and I am not done. Your voice still carries my breath, and it is still destined to bring life. My child, listen closely now, for the time has come to awaken to the truth I have been weaving into your life all along. You thought you were left behind. You assumed your moment had passed. You believed that all the delay, all the closed doors, all the heartbreak was the sign that I had forgotten you. But I was never running late. I was preparing you for the precise moment that is arriving now. This isn't a random stirring in your soul. What you feel right now, the urgency, the weight, the quiet hope that dares to flutter again, is the signal that what I placed within you before time began is ready to come forth. You have not missed your calling. You are not behind. You are exactly where I need you to be. The path may have taken unexpected turns, but I have walked every step with you. Even when you couldn't see me, even when silence surrounded your deepest prayers, I was working. I was shaping not just your future, but your heart, your strength, your voice. You felt the pressing, the refining, the deep inner work. That wasn't punishment, my cherished one. That was purpose being sharpened in the secret places. So many times you looked at how far others had gone and wondered why it hadn't happened for you. But what I am doing through you couldn't be built quickly. What I have placed within you is too important to rush. The delay wasn't denial. The silence wasn't lack of love. It was me, crafting every detail of your destiny with precision. I was planting something eternal in the soil of your life. And now, the roots have gone deep enough to bear fruit. I know you've asked, why now? Because now, you are ready. Not because you are perfect, not because you feel qualified, but because you are finally able to trust me more than your circumstances. You are able to walk forward, not because you see every step clearly, but because you have learned to listen to my voice in the dark. You've held on when others have let go. You've stayed faithful through storms that threatened to steal your joy. That kind of endurance, that quiet, steady strength, is what you needed for what's next. You don't need to strive, child. You don't need to force what I am unfolding. You only need to respond with open hands and an honest heart. I will guide you. I will open the path. I will provide the strength. What I am doing is not just about you. It's about those who will encounter me through you. Your life is a vessel. Your story is a light. What I placed in you will reach someone who is barely holding on. Your healing will help bring theirs. Your breakthrough will spark their hope. Your courage to move now will awaken the hearts of others who thought their time had ended. There is a sacred trembling in the air, not of fear, but of destiny stepping forward. What's coming will not require you to be louder. It will require you to be bolder in faith. It will not ask you to become something you're not. It will ask you to uncover who you really are as I see you. Shed the fear. Let go of the insecurity that tells you you're not ready. You are. Not because you feel ready, but because I say you are. And what I declare, no power can silence. So stand now and take that first step. Say yes, even if your voice shakes. Move forward, even if your legs tremble. The time for wondering has passed. The moment of stepping fully into who you are is here. Let the world see what I have been shaping in private. You have not been waiting in vain. The truth is this: the shift you feel is not coincidence. It is the beginning of everything I've promised you. What's ahead will reveal why it had to be you, why it had to be now. You've been prepared for such a time as this, and your appointed moment has arrived.